Beauty reveals itself in quiet corners of the earth. Sometimes in silence, sometimes in chaos. Some landscapes appear drawn from dreams, others from myths. There are places where time feels suspended. Where the air, the stone, and the sea hold secrets, too old for language. This journey moves through the remarkable dash. Natural marvels untouched by haste. And destinations carved by the slow work of wind, fire, and ice. We venture into the unfamiliar, where nature sculpts the world on a scale beyond imagination. Patagonia, at the edge of South America, where the wind howls like a forgotten language. Lies Patagonia, vast, raw, and reverent. It is a place sculpted by time. Where jagged peaks pierce the skies, and glaciers groan as they descend into blue silence. The land stretches endlessly. An open canvas of windswept plains, mirrored lakes, and sudden ridges. Torres del Paine rises like a cathedral. Its granite towers bear the weight of millennia. Guanacos roam the steppes, watchful and wild. Above, condors spiral. Wings outstretched as if tracing ancient paths across the sky. The ice fields here are alive. Gray glacier fractures with thunderous cracks. Its deep crevasses glowing an unearthly blue. Frozen rivers move with glacial certainty. Quietly carving their legacy into stone. In the southern fjords, waterfalls tumble from hidden valleys. The silence is sacred. Interrupted only by distant ice calving. Or the whisper of wind through lenga forests. Patagonia is not a place you visit, it is a place that absorbs you. A land where the horizon never ends, and nature speaks in ancient, unrelenting tones. Socotra, Yemen, far out in the Arabian Sea. Off the Horn of Africa lies an island that seems carved from the imagination of another world, Socotra. a place adrift in time, separated from mainland evolution for millions of years. Here, nature forgot the rules. The dragon's blood tree, with its strange umbrella canopy and bleeding red sap, looks less like a tree and more like something from another planet. Over 1/3 of its plant species exist nowhere else. Its landscape is a gallery of living fossils. Caves tunnel deep beneath limestone ridges, etched with petroglyphs and secrets of ancient seafarers. White sand dunes rise and fall like frozen waves, shifting in the coastal winds. While frankincense trees cling to sheer rock faces as if refusing to let go of the sky. The shores remain untouched, where turquoise waters meet coral reefs teeming with fish unknown to science. This is no ordinary island. It's a sanctuary of the surreal. A testament to what Earth becomes when left alone. Even its people, descendants of sailors and traders, speak a language found nowhere else on Earth. Socotra is not just isolated by geography, but by spirit. It is a museum of life preserved in salt, wind, and time. Banff National Park, Canada. In the heart of the Canadian Rockies lies a realm of turquoise lakes and towering peaks, Banff National Park. A wilderness where glaciers crown the mountains and forests stretch deep into hidden valleys. Lake Louise, with its shimmering blue waters, sits beneath the watchful gaze of Mount Victoria. Nearby, Moraine Lake glows an otherworldly shade of turquoise, framed by the Valley of the Ten Peaks. In summer, wildflowers blanket alpine meadows in a riot of color. In winter, snow muffles the world, and frozen lakes lie silent under a white expanse. Elk and moose roam the forests. Grizzly bears wander the slopes, following rivers swollen with glacial melt. The Icefields Parkway winds through this wilderness, connecting Banff to Jasper. Revealing glaciers that seem to spill right down to the roadside. At night, the mountain air turns crisp. Stars blaze over the peaks, mirrored in the still waters of hidden lakes. Here, nature feels untouched and eternal. Victoria Falls, Zambia and Zimbabwe. On the Zambezi River, where Africa's waters gather power, the earth opens into one of the greatest waterfalls on the planet. Victoria Falls, known locally as Mosi Oa-Tunya. The smoke that thunders. Here, the river plunges over a basalt cliff more than a kilometer wide. The roar is deafening. Mist rises hundreds of meters into the air, visible from miles away. Rainbows form in the spray, arching above the gorge. During the rainy season, the flow is so immense it sends a constant cloud skyward. In the dry season, the rock walls emerge, revealing the raw architecture of the gorge. The Knife Edge Bridge offers a view into the churning depths where water and wind collide. Below, the Zambezi continues its journey through steep canyons carved over millions of years. Wildlife thrives here. Hippos and crocodiles patrol the riverbanks, while elephants roam the nearby forests. Standing before the falls, the ground trembles, and the air itself seems alive. Plitvice Lakes, Croatia. In the heart of Croatia lies a wonder of water and stone, Plitvice Lakes National Park. "16 crystal-clear lakes cascade into one another through a network of waterfalls. Some fall gently over moss-covered rocks, others plunge in powerful torrents into turquoise pools below. The lakes shift in color, from emerald to sapphire, depending on the light and mineral content. Wooden boardwalks wind over the water, bringing visitors close enough to feel the mist on their faces. Forests of beech, fir, and spruce surround the lakes, alive with birdsong. In autumn, the leaves ignite in reds, golds, and oranges, mirrored in the still waters. In winter, the falls freeze into icy curtains, turning the park into a silent white kingdom. The park's karst landscape hides caves and subterranean rivers, adding to its mystery. Every season paints the lakes in a different light. Here, water is the sculptor and time the patient artist. Antelope Canyon, United States. Hidden beneath the Arizona desert lies a world sculpted by wind and water. Antelope Canyon, a narrow slot canyon where sunlight spills through cracks, painting the sandstone walls in shifting hues of gold, orange, and crimson. Centuries of flash floods have carved these smooth, flowing curves. The walls twist and spiral, creating shapes that seem almost alive. In some chambers, beams of light pierce the darkness, illuminating the dust in the air. The Navajo call it Se Biganilini, the place where water runs through rocks. During the monsoon season, torrents of water rush through these corridors, reshaping them grain by grain. In the stillness between floods, the canyon is silent except for the echo of footsteps. The patterns on the walls resemble waves, flames, even the folds of fabric. It feels like stepping into a hidden cathedral, where the architecture is nature's own. Every corner reveals another masterpiece in stone, and every moment the light changes the story. Ha Long Bay, Vietnam. Off the coast of northern Vietnam, emerald waters cradle a forest of stone. Ha Long Bay, thousands of limestone karsts rise from the sea, their cliffs draped in green. Mist lingers between the towers, giving the bay a dreamlike, ancient atmosphere. Legends tell of dragons descending from the sky, their tails carving the valleys and leaving behind these islands. Fishermen navigate between the pillars in wooden boats, passing floating villages anchored in sheltered coves. Caves open inside the cliffs, their ceilings glittering with mineral formations. In the early morning, the water is still, reflecting the shapes above like a mirror. By sunset, the karsts glow gold, then fade into deep blue silhouettes. Birds nest in hidden crevices. Coral gardens thrive beneath the surface. Every turn through the bay reveals a new passage, a hidden lagoon, a secret beach. It is a seascape where myth and reality seem to blend, and the horizon feels infinite. Lake Baikal, Russia. Deep in Siberia, surrounded by mountains and endless taiga, lies a lake so vast and ancient. It holds 1/5 of all the fresh water on Earth. Lake Baikal. Formed more than 25 million years ago, making it the oldest lake in the world. Its waters are so clear. You can see down for more than 40 meters. In winter, the surface freezes into sheets of blue ice, cracked by white veins. And dotted with frozen bubbles of trapped methane. Beneath the surface, over 3,000 species live here. Two-thirds found nowhere else, including the Nerpa, the only freshwater seal on the planet. Legends call Baikal the sacred sea, a place where spirits dwell beneath the waves. Fishermen still leave offerings on the shore to ensure safe passage. Its depth reaches over 1,600 meters, a dark, cold abyss where the bottom has never fully been explored. In the stillness of its waters, it feels less like a lake and more like a living memory of the earth itself. Ecuador, Amazon rainforest. Deep in South America's western basin, the Amazon unfolds in a vast green labyrinth, its canopy stretching like an endless ocean of life. Here lies Reventador, one of the most active volcanoes in the Americas. Its eruptions send plumes of ash into the sky, reshaping the jungle slopes around it, layer by layer. A constant reminder of the raw forces shaping this land. The rainforest beneath is alive with 1,000 voices, the croak of frogs hidden in the undergrowth. The call of macaws flashing scarlet and blue across the canopy. The whisper of insects filling the humid air. Hundreds of unique creatures thrive here, many so strange they seem born from imagination, a cricket of the genus Oroposis, perfectly camouflaged against leaves. Vanishes into green when predators pass. A caterpillar of Papilio masquerades as bird droppings. A disguise that saves its fragile body from hungry eyes. Even more astonishing, the caterpillar Eryphanes plenius triflemes mimics a venomous snake, raising its head and revealing false eyes, a living illusion of threat. Moths, such as Thysania agrippina, resemble dry leaves with jagged edges. Blending seamlessly into the forest floor and perched silently on branches. The Potu bird, its mottled feathers identical to bark, freezes in stillness, becoming one with the tree itself. This is a land where adaptation is everything, a place where the struggle to survive has created beauty beyond reason. To walk these jungles is to step into an ancient world where time slows and life follows rules of its own design. Tara River, Montenegro. From high in the mountains of Montenegro, a silver ribbon cuts through the wilderness. This is the Tara River, a torrent of glacial waters that has carved one of Europe's deepest canyons. Its cliffs rise more than 1,000 meters above the valley floor, second only to the Grand Canyon in depth. Yet cloaked in dense forest, where pine and beech trees cling to the slopes. Their roots tangled in stone and shadow, the river races with force. White water foaming against boulders, its roar echoing between the walls of rock. A sound as old as the mountains themselves, rafts drift down its turquoise currents. Adventurers testing themselves against its rapids, while eagles circle overhead. masters of the high winds, their shadows flickering across the canyon walls. Spanning the gorge, the Durdavika Tara Bridge stands in quiet majesty. A feat of engineering from another era, its great arches suspended above the rushing torrent. A bridge not only of stone, but of history. South of the river lies Lake Piva. A vast artificial lake created by damming the Piva River. Its deep blue waters reflect the surrounding peaks, their mirrored shapes stretching into stillness. Beneath the surface of this engineered marvel, villages and churches once stood. Now silent beneath the depths, preserved in the darkness of time. The Tara and its waters, both wild and tamed, speak of Montenegro's balance between nature's untouchable beauty and humanity's hand shaping the landscape. Mount Eme, China, rising through the mist of Sichuan, stands Mount Eme, one of the 4 sacred Buddhist mountains of China. Its slopes are cloaked in deep forests, where ancient pines stretch skyward, and stone stairways climb endlessly into the clouds. Pilgrims ascend slowly. Their chants echoing against the cliffs, as golden prayer ribbons flutter in the wind. Each step a journey inward, as much as it is upward. Halfway up the mountain, temples emerge from the fog. Wooden halls adorned with intricate carvings, bronze incense burners sending smoke spiraling into the sky. Monks in saffron robes chant sutras, their voices blending with the sound of rushing waterfalls nearby. At the summit, the Golden Summit Temple glows in the first light of dawn. Here stands the immense statue of Samantabhadra, seated upon 4 elephants, its gaze turned toward every direction of the world. From this height, clouds swirl like an ocean beneath the peaks. The horizon painted in gold and silver, a sight pilgrims call the Buddha's halo. Mount Emi is more than a mountain, it is a path of devotion. A bridge between earth and heaven, where silence, faith, and nature become one. Iguazu Falls, Argentina. At the border where Argentina and Brazil meet, the earth suddenly breaks open. and water pours into the abyss with unstoppable force. This is Iguazu, a waterfall system so vast, it stretches for nearly 3 kilometers. Its thunder echoing through the jungle, over 270 cascades, spill over the cliffs in endless curtains of white, plunging into a deep canyon below. The roar is constant, a voice of the earth itself. The most dramatic of them all is the Devil's Throat, a semicircular chasm where torrents of water converge and vanish into a cloud of spray so thick, the bottom disappears from sight. Dolomites, Italy. Rising from northern Italy, the Dolomites carve a jagged crown across the sky. Towering limestone peaks, formed over millions of years. Once coral reefs beneath an ancient sea, now stand as sharp spires and vast cliffs, catching light in shades of silver, rose, and gold. As dawn breaks, alpenglow paints the summits. The mountains burn with crimson fire, a fleeting moment known locally as Enrosadera. When stone and sky merge in color, between the peaks lie valleys of green, where wooden chalets cling to the hillsides. And meadows burst with wildflowers, each summer transforming into a painter's canvas, alive with color and the hum of bees. Winter buries it all in silence. The Dolomites become a cathedral of snow. Where avalanches echo through the canyons, and frozen waterfalls glisten like glass against the pale stone walls. Hiking trails wind through hidden lakes, and passes reveal panoramas that stretch beyond vision. Lofoten Islands, Norway, above the Arctic Circle, where the mountains rise from the sea like jagged teeth, lies the Lofoten Archipelago, a place of staggering beauty. Where sharp granite peaks pierce the northern sky, and fishing villages cling to sheltered bays. Painted in red and white against the wild blue. In summer, the midnight sun casts a golden light that never fades, turning the sea into liquid fire and the mountains into glowing silhouettes. In winter, darkness rules, but the heavens ignite with the aurora borealis. ribbons of green and violet, dancing above the frozen coast, while storms crash against the cliffs. For centuries, the Lofoten Islands have been bound to the sea. Cod fishing sustained life here, boats braving icy waters to bring their catch home to wooden racks, where the fish dried in Arctic winds. The islands are both harsh and tender, a place of survival and of wonder, where nature writes in bold strokes, and every horizon feels eternal. Phang Nga Bay, Thailand. In southern Thailand, where limestone karsts rise like silent guardians, Phang Nga Bay unfolds in shimmering green waters. Towering cliffs pierce the sky. Their surfaces draped in jungle vines, while caves and hidden lagoons. Reveal themselves only at low tide. The bay is dotted with islands. Each shaped by centuries of wind and tide, some slender and sharp, others wide and rounded, as if carved by an unseen hand. Long-tail boats glide gently across the water. Their wooden bows painted bright, their engines humming softly, while the sea reflects 1,000 shades of jade. Inside the caves, stalactites hang like frozen waterfalls, and echoes linger. As waves lap quietly against stone, at dusk, the sky turns to gold and violet, casting the limestone towers into silhouette. While the calm sea mirrors the last light of day. Phang Nga Bay is not only a place of beauty, it is a sanctuary of silence, where water, stone, and sky breathe together in perfect balance. Cappadocia, Turkey. In central Turkey, the earth rises in strange forms, soft volcanic rock, carved by wind, rain, and time. Cappadocia, a land of stone chimneys and honeycombed cliffs, where ancient people dug entire cities beneath the ground. Hiding in tunnels and chambers that stretch for miles in darkness. Above, valleys ripple in pink and gold, their walls shaped like waves, and at dawn, hundreds of hot air balloons drift into the sky, their colors glowing against the pale light. Carved churches still stand inside the rocks, walls painted with fading frescoes. Telling stories from centuries ago, when monks lived in silence among the caves. By night, the stars scatter across the open plateau, as if mirroring the lanterns of the villages below. It is a place both earthly and dreamlike, where human history and nature's design have woven together into a single wonder. Lake Bled, Slovenia. Nestled in the Julian Alps, a serene lake reflects the surrounding mountains, Lake Bled. A jewel of Slovenia's landscape, at its center sits a tiny island, crowned with a charming church, its bell tower rising gracefully above the water, inviting visitors to row across in traditional wooden boats. The lake's waters are clear and calm, mirroring the forests and peaks that cradle it. In autumn, the surrounding trees glow in warm golds and reds, while in winter, a blanket of snow softens the hills and the island. Bled Castle perches atop a cliff, overlooking the lake with stone walls that have stood for centuries. Its terraces offer panoramic views. Where the turquoise water meets green forests and gray cliffs, paths wind around the shoreline, leading to quiet spots. Where the only sounds are rustling leaves and the gentle lapping of water. Lake Bled is a place of calm and reflection, a sanctuary where nature, history, and tranquility meet, and every glance feels like a timeless painting.